Hey, Reina family, Sagra Holy family. I got cherries. They are really, really good. I just got home. Uh, they have seeds in them, so I have to spit out the seeds. Orale. Yeah. What a day, man. I did $213 with Favor, which is really cool. And it's making me think, should I stay another month? I thought I wouldn't be able to afford the rent for this month. I think I might just barely get by. And I really like this place. I like the AC a lot. I gotta get another soap. Can't get soap anymore free from DoorDash since I can't work with DoorDash anymore. Hopefully this week I'll find out about Uber. If I'm able to get on Uber. But that's what sucks because I can't go on Uber until I get another vehicle, and I don't have enough money for a down payment. It has to be the down payment from the rent money, the $900. So I have to choose between one or the other, which sucks. That's what sucks. Oh man, but it feels good in here. I clean my ears. Feel like there's junk in there. If you can see, it's kind of gross. It smells too. Oh, it's weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe cancer or infectious or an infection. Who knows, man. But I can't afford to go to the doctor. So just have to live with it and clean it out. I'm gonna rinse it out with the little sponge thingy that I have. Alright. I have to take out the trash, but I'll do that tomorrow. Should I wear the wedding ring? Maybe I should. Even though I know your mother will want a divorce, but I always want to be married to her. So I don't know what to do, boys. I looked up on Siri if cherries keep you full when you eat. And yeah, they have fiber in it, and because I've been noticing eating a couple of them and I feel kind of full. So I might buy cherries now. I got that from a Favor. Again, you find ways to do it, man, and I shouldn't. But yeah, I shouldn't. So I'm going to try to not do that. But it can be a tempting thing, man, of stealing things. So please, if you steal, fight as much as you can to not do it again the next time. Just one time. Then the next time, just one time. Then it keeps going. By the time you realize it, that temptation will go away. But I find myself wanting to take things where I'm like, I don't need it. So it's becoming a habit. So you have to fight it. For instance, it was one thing where she was just asking so much. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And like demanding take it inside the groceries, because I'm with Favor, I did the majority of them are HEB stuff now, so they're not really restaurants, they're HEB pickups, and I deliver it to more houses but also apartments. But when I did that, I was like, oh, I'm taking this. She's a too picky lady. And I walked in and she was like, oh, I have a bad back. I'm like, sure. And I went in, it was just a crappy home, and she's just older lady, just barely getting by, can barely stand up. She has to limp like that. And just a tough life. And I felt bad, so I put the stuff back inside the bag. I'm like, I don't want to take it. I'm literally stealing from an old lady. So I'm like, what's wrong with me? Have I gone that low? But yeah, boys, and now, I don't know, man. I find it easier. The AC is what's killing me. It's so, it not hurts, but it's so uncomfortable sleeping in hotness. Just sleeping in AC just feels good. Even when it's too cold, so you have the blanket. And I have to leave the blanket here because I'm getting limited in room in the car. But boys, the car's not doing too well. Like, it is counting his days. And I'll be a fool if I think it's going to last long. It won't. And if it does, great. But I don't want to bank on that. I don't want to predict that or bet on it. So I need money to get another car. And with Favor doing well even in Waco, to $213 in Waco, like that's really good. I don't think I do that. I barely do it with DoorDash. So far these 3 days or 4 days have been good. So good signs, but hopefully it lasts. And well, nothing lasts, but hopefully it does good. And excuse me. Yeah. I really want to go to Austin, but that means I'm gonna have to sleep in the car, and it's gonna be hot especially this next month. So I was like, maybe I should stay another month here, but I need to save money, man. That it's hard saving another $900. And let's say if I do have another month, then I'll have even more. Without buying a car, I would have $1,800 instead of $900. Start all over again. So that's the only reason. Unless I get like three or four suits in a month. I doubt it though. But still keeping the business though. That's what's cool. I'm doing it different. As long as I can sell suits, I'm always in business. That never goes away. So always try to sell, man. That's the best way to do it. And it will click. Maybe not right now, but I'm only 36. I think a lot of successful people start at 45 sometimes. McDonald's guy started like at 50. Jeff Bezos started like at 40. So it's crazy. But yeah. And I'll be living in my car for most of the time because it's just how it is. but I should be fine. I've done it before, so. And this is the life. You can't think like a victim. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You just gotta keep going. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I gotta brush my teeth. And I gotta take out this little trash. It's kind of full. But I gotta clean my ears. Feels like it's blocking or something. I'm going to bed right after this because I'm tired. Oh, man. So this is the thing. I don't know what you call it. But I fill it up with hot water. This takes a while to get warm, so don't waste time, I guess. Brush your teeth. That's the other thing I'm gonna miss. Brushing my teeth in private. I have to brush my teeth and shave everything at Planet Fitness. Man, I miss this ring. I'm gonna keep it on. Doesn't matter, I still cry. Whether with it or without it. I will always remember your mother. I will always remember you guys. I will always remember my family. The second day I ate chicken, and I found at the Wooded Acres HEB that they have a $4 5-piece chicken cooked already, so you can eat it. And it tastes pretty good. It has a mesquite chicken and garlic and herb. And I tried the garlic and herb. That was good, but I think I like the mesquite chicken better. Here, let me show you guys so you can see. Yeah. I kind of see at the sink to see if any gross things came out. Fill it back up. Basically, I do it like this. I squeeze. Alright, here we go. I don't see nothing. Normally something comes up, but it clears it though, so. I did it. I feel better. I ain't no scientist, but it does something. Clears it out. I did an experiment today with this. Now I'm gonna do another experiment tomorrow, but this morning I put double on the left side and only once on the right, and it smelled more on the right. Cause I thought this was bad, but I'm like, well, let me do double, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do double on the right side and one on the left. And if the left smells, that confirms even more my hypothesis is that if you gotta do double, like put it once and then make it fill up again and then do it again. Alright, here we go. I still have this little cough. I don't get it. I got pico. Especially now that I've been eating chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the blanket, the orange blanket. But as long as I have my ring, I'll think of you guys. I was watching Blades of Glory. Gotta watch something. Oh, I realized I'm starting to try not to listen to my Mexican music. The corridos, órale. Because I've been observing myself and taking mental notes about when I cry, and I try to eliminate that because I don't want to cry. So try to take an inventory of that, and I notice, what is happening, and I learned that through a YouTube video of marking times when you get sad, when you didn't, what's the event, did you overcome it, and how long did it take for you to overcome it, and then if you didn't, how long did it take you to get angry again. So, and I just don't get angry anymore, boys. Like, of all the things I've gotten angry before, it happens again, the same situations, whether I'm late for something or something doesn't go my way. So it's the same situations, but now I just don't let it bother me. Like, and it's so sad to me because I wish I would have realized that before I slid the plate off the table. Like, I find it fascinating. Like I was in a drug stated mind. Like I couldn't control it. I'm like, well, I don't get it. All right, let's go. I like talking out loud because it kind of helps me to think, like, hey, is it a good idea? Is it not? Of staying here another month. But it would be luxurious. It would be nice. So whenever, I remember your mom would say this, she would, don't use a lot of water, or like very frugal with things. And I'm frugal too, but she takes it to the next level. And I'll tell them it's okay for that, and she said, no, sometimes you don't have nothing. And I agree with the AC. We should be thankful of even the AC, of having air conditioner in the home, or water, or electricity, because sucks without those things, man. Or a simple meal. I'm trying so hard to make a steak, or before I can make a steak anytime at home, and now I had to take a whole step, a whole planning of just getting steak. I love you guys. I love your mother. This is the way we have to do it, boys. I keep watching every once in a while, like every 2 or 3 days. I like to watch the last video I sent your mother's. It was on 7/24 of 24 or 7/23, but it's titled, the date, and then next to the date is Familia Sagrada, or Sagrada Familia. Wonderful. I think it's Familia Sagrada. And that's the last video I sent to your aunts. I don't know if it went to your mom, but it was for your mother. And feel free to watch that one, because that kind of tells you the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I know what I'm doing. And you guys may hate me when you get older, and I know what I'm doing is good. You guys don't know what it is in this world about a true hatred. And I'm sorry, but divorce does that. I watched too many cop videos. I've seen too many altercations. I don't know why. I find it fascinating to learn about it so I don't repeat it. And the adrenaline, something, but I like watching body cams from police altercations, and every time, boys, I can't say every time, but a lot of times, a lot. And they don't talk about this, but they get information. So they mention it, and you're like, wow. And I like make a mental note, like, wow, okay, they're in this situation. But they're not worried about that. They're worried about if they have a gun or like crazy things. But when you take a step back and think about it, wow, like they're fighting because they're mentioning something about they're living with their dad. So that tells me that they're not together as a family, or they mention, oh, it's my stepson, or hey, I haven't seen him in a couple days. And you just make these inferences, make these mental notes. You're like, wow, and none of them have a mother and father, or they oh, this is their stepfather, or this is stepmother, and they're fighting, and those are the crazy ones that actually call the police. The most common ones, they don't call the police. They just live with the hatred. They don't go that far. Again, it's very, very subtle. So you see the extreme where they include violence and everything, but the very small portion of that suffering, you can't even prove it. That's what's worse about it. It's kind of like alcohol to drugs. We all know drugs are illegal, so that's bad. So it's very easy to identify. But for an alcoholic, it's so common these days. Unless you're driving, that's a whole different story because you can't drive and drink. But, people don't yell at you if you go to a bar. People, you don't see a bar that openly does drugs. No. In the 80s, in the bathtubs, in the bathrooms, and even now, I'm assuming crazy places, but it's not normal. But it is normal to go out to have a drink. It is normal. So it's very quiet, but we all know how much suffering that causes. But it's so hard to call it out. And the divorced family, without including the police or involving the police, that's the worst type of suffering because you can't call anyone unless, at least, calling someone that's very violent, you can identify it easily and you can take action. But making fun of each family, making these quiet little comments that the kids hear and they get confused, you have no idea the amount of suffering that I'm saving you boys. You have no idea. All because I love you guys. So I'm gonna do it. Even though I won't be able to see you boys, but you'll either wake up your mother and realize what a good man I am, and a good husband, and a good father, or it will not. That's the risk in life you take. But you gotta stand strong in what God tells you to believe in. And this is what God tells me to believe in, a holy family. You don't fuck with that. I fucked with it by being angry all the time, by not all the time, I take that back. You guys know that. I wasn't angry all the time. I got frustrated a lot, but I wasn't angry all the time. The videos prove it. The pictures and videos prove how fucking happy I was. So yeah, no, it's just bursts every once in a while because I couldn't provide. Very simple. It's just very simple. And yeah, that's what sucks, but that's the reality in life. And I will do that because you guys don't need that scar. And again, you don't fuck with the Holy Family. I fucked with it. Your mother fucked with it by wanting this divorce. We all fucked with it, man. But we are doing great. We are doing so great, man. I know you're gonna be miserable your first year in public school. Hell, there's a video out there that we did of you boys, and you talked bad about public school. So you guys are so damn confused. You guys been taught that homeschool is so much better than public school. Public school sucks. Hell, your mom talks more about it than me. And now your mother has been coerced. If you know what coerced is, convinced by her siblings, by her mother. And I haven't talked about this in a while, but it still stands true, boys, that the saddest thing about your mother is she cannot defend herself, not even defend her own kids when it's more important. Yeah, she'll take care of you. Yeah, she'll clean your clothes, wash your clothes, feed you, take you places, love you, feed you. Did I say feed you? But when it comes to truly defending, when it's the most important, that's when she doesn't. Homeschool is one of them. She was so big on homeschool. She was very strong on her belief in homeschool. But it was us two that were making it strong. Especially with me helping her, defending her, being by her side. And we knew her siblings and her mom said little words already that they didn't like it. They thought we were weird. So that was before this whole debacle, this whole craziness. So it just makes sense because she's taking you now to public school. And don't say it's because of money, because a poor guy like me could afford it. You're telling me the woman that has a Corvette and 2 homes and her parents, they do pretty well, and her siblings, they do pretty well. You're telling me they can't afford, what, less than $1,000 for a whole year for 2 kids? Give me a break. So that's what's sad about it, boys, is that they're not on her side. They have power over her. And that's reality, man. She's in their home. That's not her home. Because you can be nice, you can do all these little things, but at the end of the day, she, as in your aunt, controls that family, not your mother. And that's what I mean about your mother can't defend you guys. Or she's a hypocrite, one or the other. And I doubt she's a hypocrite. She's very, very strong in her beliefs, but she cannot defend her beliefs. She's strong, but she cannot defend her beliefs. And that's what makes you weak. You can be strong on big words, but it's kind of like a press conference before a fight. You can have all the talk and say, oh, I'm this and that. But when you go into fight, you got to be able to attack and defend yourself. She can't do that. She can only be good at the press conference before the fight. And that's only one concept. There's many others. Lifestyle that they want to do different. But that's the biggest one because that involves your development as a young man. That will make you different. And we both agreed with it, your mother and I. But yeah, that's what hurts me the most because I know you'll be so confused, Isaac. And you will get over it. You will. But that will come to you in your head. It'll make you so damn confused. And I hope you can cope with that one day. I hope so. Because you shouldn't have that confusion. You should have a strong mother that can say no. If I really believe in that, I'll defend it. I'll even go to work so I can pay that $1,000 for the whole year. Which is not a lot. Like I said, a poor guy like me could afford it. But they don't. They convince your mother that what they believed all along, what they were trying to tell us, what a coincidence. It's what's going to happen now. But you can't blame a fox for being a fox. That's another lesson of the day. I already wrote that down already, so I better go watch a little bit of The Blades of Glory, funny movie, well, ping pong. But yeah, boys, that's my only critique of your mother. And that's why we were great. I was the defender. She was the believer. Oh man, it was beautiful. She was very quiet. I was very talkative. She was gorgeous and sexy. and I was just handsome. But it's that's why we work so well, man. We had different beliefs, but still had the same fundamentals, and it was beautiful, man. But I don't know, maybe she thought different. Maybe she sees something that I don't. And that's reality, boys. You're gonna have your heart broken. You're gonna. And I was lucky, man. I never had my heart broken until now. I consider my heart is broken because what I thought of your mother is not what it is now in reality. The disillusion is what hurts the most. When you think this person is so much that she's not. Yeah. I see cop videos where women would stick up for the man that's literally beat her 3-4 times, and she still goes back to him. And she tells the police, no, it was just an accident. And I laugh about it in my head because I'm like, man, I'm not even remotely close. I never beat you guys. I never beat your mother. And she just gave up so easily because she didn't believe my unorthodox ways, but effective ways of getting better with my anger. That's what hurts me the most, is that than giving up so easily. Not defending me. See that theme? That was very hard. It hurts when someone doesn't help you, doesn't defend you. I know it as a husband now, and you guys will know it as sons. And your mother will slowly forget about you guys. Even though she'll always love you, even though she'll say these beautiful things, but at the end of the day, it's time. And if my calculations are correct, like Isaac would say, my calculations are correct, she would be forced or easily convinced by her siblings to go out and meet other men. And that's fine. It hurts because we're supposed to be one. And that's what I mentioned before about divorce is very perverted, because I could do the same thing. I can go out and meet other women too. That's what's beautiful about a divorce, right? And no, it's not. It's disgusting. It's perverted. But remember, boys, we can't control anybody else but ourselves. And remember that, because there are many, many men who think they can control a woman. And there's some awful and dangerous and disgusting and violent things that men can do when they think they can control a woman. It's very scary. And never be in that position. That has always been the lesson of the day. You have no authority over your anyone but yourself. You can never control a woman, only control your actions. But it does sadden me. But if you can't control that emotion, again, men will go crazy, man. And then add in a substance, drugs, alcohol, sex. That'll mess with you even more. That's where you get these big violent fights happening. It's for the birds, man. So that's something where I think more. I know your mother's gonna find another man. She's gorgeous. Like, she's beautiful. Like, what man wouldn't want to be with her? But it's just sad because I know I can treat her better than any other man. But it's too late. At least for now. Maybe down the road. but I'll still love her, even if she's slept with someone else, even though she kissed another man. And it's funny, in this world, that would be a stupid, soft man, not a tough man, a sissy man, a bitch, they would call, for letting your wife do those things. But if you remember what I said, letting your wife, that I don't let my wife do anything. She's free. How that's one of the main reasons, or main bullet points of a Catholic valid marriage, is that each party is free to choose. So that's what hurts the most, man, to accept that. But no matter what, man, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than sex. It's bigger than sleeping around. We are a beautiful family, man, and I believe it will come back together one day. And I know it's wishful thinking, but so what? Why can't I dream? I can, and I will. And maybe, just maybe, that dream might come true of us being together again. But until then, I'm going to sleep. I love you, boys. I love you, mi amor. I'll never be with another woman. 2 reasons. 1, to not stain our family. This holy family of ours, I believe, is perverted and disgusting, and it will stain our family. And number 2 is even more important. I have no desire. My only desire is you. My body tries to tell me different, but it always comes back to you. And I'm so happy that I have this conscious, this understanding in my head before I do anything with any other girl. More than talking, it comes to me naturally, that thought of you and our family. And I just turn off the interest or the desire of any other woman. And that's nature. So I'm happy, but again, nature is tricky sometimes. So I don't want it to be a long time, because I just don't. There's more to fight. I'd rather just have it come naturally and be loving you. But I have to be with you. I have to see you. I have to take in data in my head. This feeling, this touching, this holding, this smelling of you. Everything of you. I yearn it. I need it. I better go, man. Oh, man. Hope you guys have a good day. Have fun. Learn more karate, so if someone tries to fuck with you, man, because they will mess with you, Isaac. Your mother will not know that. No one will know that. Only you. If you need to get in a fight, you gotta get in a fight, man. But use your words first. But they will mess with you, because you are weird. Because you're a homeschool boy. They will make fun of you. It's the way of the world. So, have a good night, you guys. Okay? Bye.